So, anybody all right? Lay blanket, belt, and block. You can get them. Very useful. Tidy up the work area. So this meeting's been recorded by the host participant. Yes, had to click on it.
Sorry. Hi. Excuse me, your image has been stopped for me. Is it my problem or is it everybody else's? Like, because I don't see your...
Yeah,
it's frozen.
When your connection is, I mean, I've got a second connection, I can see myself moving, so everybody else can see?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay,
Perfect.
so that's your connection, so let me disconnect and connect again, or come out and come back in. Okay, I hope everybody's muted again, let's start. So if you're unmuted, mute yourself, and if there's any issue halfway through the class, then yeah, just press the space bar and you can talk. I find it hard to read the chat. Okay, so we're a little bit later than usual today. Let's just have a moment of introspection coming within ourselves, centering and grounding, you could say. Or maybe just sit in this comfortable position, lying down, or to have your spine straight. If you feel you're crouching back or you're falling back, then please, use a prop. Don't feel, I don't know, a lesser person because your body needs props. I'm using a prop here. It just makes my body in a very stable position. So I can close my eyes or just focus in front of me. Start feeling my breathing, concentrating on my breathing. Trying to centering by also excluding anything material to us from our senses. So we're just concentrating on our body and being here and now. For the next hour, we'll dedicate ourselves to our bodies. Just on a personal note, you can ignore if you want, but in times of great tragedy around the world, especially for a country we've all heard of, maybe we could try and send out some strength. I think often fear and anguish and desperation, strength is what they need. Strength and feeling loved and supported. So even though we might not be able to do anything with our hands, we just send out strengthening energy. Those inside the conflict and those not. And then with that done, we can start in our usual warming up the torso, so bringing the arms up, breathing in. Let's make every movement conscious, being aware of my shoulders going up. They're not going into the ears, they're going up. My hands are straight at the ceiling as I fill up, and then I breathe out as I empty the lungs. And relax the shoulders. And it's got Carlabo, can you yourself, please? Breathe. Feeling up, breathing out. Breathing in, arms up, breathing up. And then breathing out, both arms down. We'll do just with the right arm now to stretch the right hand of the body. Breathe in, right arm up. Now we can allow ourselves to be asymmetrical and take that shoulder right up to the sky. As we breathe out, arm down. Left arm goes up. Shoulder up to the sky, breathing in, filling up. And then breathing out. Right time again. Up. And then from there, when we come down, we're going to just take the hand behind our neck. Just take the shoulder back, and it's a nice shoulder stretch here. You can even use the other hand, pull the shoulder behind our head. And you're going to breathe 3 breaths because it's so I've got my hand behind my back, my elbow, right elbow's up. My right hand is grabbing the elbow, and I'm taking my head back, open that right shoulder. Release the left hand, stretch the right arm, and arm down to the ground. Lean on the left hand, arm up, within. Stretch, and then left hand behind our neck. Take the hand back, push this shoulder back. You can use the right hand to pull the elbow further back. Deep breaths here. Open the chest, take the shoulder back. And release the right hand, release the left hand. Now the shoulders. The hands on the shoulders, and let's just rotate. Shoulders back, up, front, and down. Back, up, front. You're on time, 3 more times. As you're doing this, you feel your shoulder blades also coming together, moving up, moving away from each other, and then moving down. And then in the opposite direction, hands, shoulders up, back, down, up, back, down. Okay, side bend, left hand on left throat mat. Then adjust your hand always just to find the right amount of bending. Trying to keep both sit bones on the ground or on the floor. Actually bending rather than tilting, yeah. Deep breaths. The other side, breathe in, right hand to the right side. And we bend without lifting the tailbone. Always breathing in, arms up. Right hand on the left knee, and we twist. Breathe in, fill up. And on the out breath, we try and twist a little bit further. Breathe in, fill up, relax. And then we twist a little further. Breathe in, arms up. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Left hand, right knee, and we twist to the right. Relax. Breathe out, twist. Relax. Breathe out, twist. Last time, breathe in, relax. And breathe out. Breathe in, hands up. Stretch every time, stretching every fiber of the muscles in the body. Hands down. Now the last one I like to do is just to lean forward, to stretch the lower back, yeah, without lifting too much the hips, yeah. Try and see if you can actually fold on your hip. Let me give it a little move left and right. Okay, great. Let's do some warming up the rest of the body. So we're gonna go and do this little flow of, I think we've done it before, yeah. Very gently, because right now our hips are gonna be stiff, at least in that position. So we're gonna go from child's pose, always leading with this is the tailbone, yeah, the coccyx, and then lifting up the bringing the coccyx down, and then a very gentle cobra. Leading with the bum, can you see my butt leading? Down to the heels, breathing out, emptying the lungs. Tilting the hip forward, which lifts me up. And now the hip goes down towards the ground. So it's really a hip movement. And the arms are just there to sustain the rest of the body. So breathe out, so breathe in, up, gentle cobra, down, emptying out. 3 more times. Every time you can go a little bit deeper. I just didn't want you to start the massive deep cobra because my lower back is still not warm enough. So now you can start going deeper into the cobra. And last time. Now hold this cobra very gently. Just let the hips just go down, just fall by weight to the ground. Shoulders are back. Head is, chin is facing up or forward. And then just feel a lovely stretch of the psoas, both psoas, the flexors, the front of the hips. Strong shoulders, we make a lot of stress on having strong shoulders in these classes. Otherwise we'll be harming them. And then coming back up. Little tiny child pose there for 1 breath. Then we come back to a tabletop. From there we're going to do a little bit of core, so feel your core as we take the knees off the ground. Yeah, don't move, just stay where you are. You should be able to feel deep down here your core muscles holding the weight because the knees are not holding that. Shoulders are strong. You're tipping a little forward. Try not to be too with the butt sticking out. Just bring the hips a little bit forward as well. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Knees down. Take a tiny little break. We're going to do that one again. That's optional. We're going to leave 1 leg out. Yeah, so this is deep core. So back on all 4s. Feet on the ground, knees off. 1 foot up. Put down, the other foot up. Put down, the other foot up. We have 3 feet, is the first one. And the other foot up. Pause. Both feet down, knees down, and down. Okay. So now we're warm. We're going to do this class is a little bit inspired of some Ashtanga I've been doing this week. Not that I'm going to move to Ashtanga, but it's nice to try all styles. Okay, so in Ashtanga is a very common practice, this little flow of the chaturanga. Yeah, so we're going to do it in 3 stages. Basically, just watch. We're going to go down, cobra, and then downward dog. Yeah, just 3 moves, but there are a lot of variations from very easy to slightly less easy. So let's start with the downward facing dog. Yeah, I'll try and give clear instructions. But if you're lost, just stay with the previous one you understood well. You have to progress. So hands very broad on the ground. The weight is spread. Knees can be bent, that's no issue. Weight on the feet. And then the key here is to try and take your head between the shoulders and to have a line between my hand, elbow, shoulder, and the sit bone here, the tail. So you can keep that straight line, that's great. And then if you can straighten the leg, that's great. But that's not the issue. The issue is not straightening the leg, it's having a straight back. Now the shoulders should be broad, you should be moving them away from each other and not sort of, sticking your head up. The shoulders are taking the weight in a very strong position. Now I'm going to do a first chaturanga, which is the lightest version, which is tip knees feet forward, so it's like a very high plank, knees down, and then from here I'm going to have to adjust because my downward dog was too short, and then I'm going to put my chest and chin down. This is a figure of 8 position. 8 points are touching the ground. We have 2 feet, 2 knees, 2 hands, chin and chest. And then from there, roll the shoulders to a little baby cobra. And then tucking the toes, pushing away and coming back to downward facing dog. So that's version 1. We're going to do it one more time. We're on the out breath in the downward facing dog. Breathe in, lean forward, and then knees down. Tucking the elbows back so I can bend my elbows, and then chin and chest to the ground. And then roll over to a cobra. And coming back up. Downward facing dog. Right, version 2, we're going to go into proper cobra rather than a baby cobra. So, leaning forward your heels, knees down. And then from there, bending the elbows straight to a cobra there. Opening the shoulders, reaching out. And then coming back, downward facing dog in a natural pose that doesn't overstrain your lower back. We're gonna do that one more time, or you stay in the previous one, they're just getting more and more advanced, yeah? So this one is the out breath, high plank, down, and then elbows into the back and high. That cobra, normal cobra. The last version is going to be without touching the knees down and going into a upward dog, which means the knees don't touch the ground anytime. But stay on the previous one if that was hard enough, yeah? You want more challenge, then we go without. Breathe in, lean forward, come down to a plank, down to chaturanga, and back to upward dog. 1, back to downward dog, breathe out. This is the last time, choose your best and give it your best and feel your best. Breathe out, breathe in, high plank, down to chaturanga, and upward dog. From there, downward facing dog, knees down, and do a little child pose there. Take a break. Okay, that's 3 variations of chaturanga. Well, chaturanga dandasana, yeah, the little sequence. And that's, as I said, very Ashtanga inspired. So let's get a breath back. While you're in child pose, gaining your breath, remember how important it is for the shoulders to take the weight in a solid fashion. Yeah, if we're collapsing the shoulders, it's better to go to the next level down, knees down, or just a child pose. Great. Okay, let's get up and do some work with the quads. Yeah, this is Uttanasana, yeah, this is the chair pose. So now I've heard it called fierce pose. That's what you feel on your knees. Yeah, we're going to do the Bikram version of it, which is with the hands forward rather than up. So a lot of the work is going to be on the quads, the lower legs, etc. So feet hip width distance apart, arms out, hands should be the level of the shoulders. And then we're going to go down. I'm going to go down sideways so you can see. So here, it's impossible to be, to have the upper legs parallel to the ground and the body perpendicular, which is just the geometry doesn't work with the physics. So you've got to find a balance between your lowest legs and your highest upper body. And you just find your own balance. Where it starts hurting a lot on the quads, is probably the right place. And then we're not leaning forward and taking the shoulders up, the hips a little bit tilt. I mean, some people try and push the hips right forward, but it's okay to have a bend here at this stage. Holding the shoulders back, and the whole chest, the torso back, with the butt down. 3. Now you know why it's called fierce pose, yeah? 2, and And bending up, standing up, relaxing the legs, yeah. Second version, this is the big conversion, remember? You take your toes, weight on the toes, find the balance, hands forward. And then we're going to do the same, but this time with the back staying totally straight. So now we're allowed to take the knees forward because we're doing a different type of. So only up to this position. The maximum is your upper legs parallel to the ground. Taking the toes up, the heels up. Counting to 3, 2, and 1. Coming up again. Hands to the side. And the last version. We're going to take the knees, walk each other, hands forward. We're going to go this time, we can lift the heels this time. Lift the heels and just lean all the way down. It's a more restful one, yeah. And go all the way down until you're sitting on your thighs. If your knees are good, if your knees are not good, then you come up again slowly, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on the sides. Okay, fierce pose from Synchron sequence. We'll do one more time, a bit more of a tempo. I'm going to do this time facing forward. So heels with heels hip width apart, arms forward, 3, 2, 1, and down. Count to 7, 6, 5, 4, just feel those quads working. 3, 2, 1, coming up. On the tiptoes. Same again, but this time you have the back totally straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming up. Last time, or the last type, knees into each other, and we come down. This time we go all the way down until the knees are totally bent. 7, 6, 5, 4, shoulders back, 3, 2, 1, coming up slowly. Hands on the side. Ooh, let's loosen up. Okay, great. Now we're going to do the warrior flow with a slight variation. We're going to come in the middle of it to side lunge or ninja pose, whatever you want to call it. But it starts in the same way that we do our warrior flow. So, left foot forward, right foot 15 degrees or 30 degrees. Hips are facing forward for warrior 1. We're leaning into it. Arms up as we breathe in. Breathe out, opening to side warrior 2. Leaning back. Breathe out, lean forward. Stretch the arm. And then this is where it changes. Breathe in. You go to the side lunge. You can put your hands down if you need to. Yeah, side lunge. Ninja pose. And then breathe out. Weight to the front knee. As we take that knee down. Take all the hip right down to the ground here. Then breathe in. Well, we're not going to do the breathing too much before we start because if we start now, we do the runner's stretch here. And the last one is the splits. For that one, the last position is 3 breaths. And we come back. Okay. So find your your best way. Yeah, this is right. For that last pose, I should have really prepared my 2 bricks. Yeah, for the splits. So I'm gonna have my bricks here for the other side. Yes, so you got your bricks, get them ready. We'll do the other side again, and then once we've done both sides, then we do it on both sides with a breathing pattern, yeah, or with more of a flow. So now it's right foot forward, left foot 30 degrees, 15 degrees. Hips are facing forward. This is warrior 1. Hands up, breathe in. Now open to warrior 2. Just the feet, stretch arms, lean into it, and lean back, breathe in. Lean forward, breathe out. Let that arm really stretch over the ear, make that straight. Line, hand, shoulder, hip, foot, and then at this point, we change to this side lunge. Find your best way. You don't need to, I mean, it's nice to have the whole foot on the ground, but you need a lot of flexibility for that. It's okay if it's actually up. And from there we go. Weight on the other side, left knee down, right foot up. And we're just gonna lean into this, opening that hip, left hip, sit. And we lean back for runner's lunge. And the last one, I'll try to take my heel off the mat so I can slide. Even better, if I've got a cloth, I can slide that foot forward for my splits. Have the bricks at whatever height you need to make it comfortable. Not comfortable to stretch, but comfortable to hold the stretch. Breathe. 2 and 1. Coming back out. As best you can, stand up. Prepare the bricks on the other side, and now we're going to do it with the count. So every move will be 1 count, 1 breath, and then the last one will be the three counts. So again, I mean, if you get lost or if the counts get too much, just relax. Just do the movement, or even stay in one movement. Each one of these moves is amazing. Yeah, each one will do a lot of work. So try and flow, and if you find it difficult or awkward, then stay in the static and just move from one to the other. So we're going to start with warrior 1, which is left foot forward, hips facing forward, both heels are on the ground. We're breathing in, out up. Really filling up, maybe closing your eyes if you want to. Breathe out, adjust to warrior 2. Stretch. Lean back. Breathe out, lean forward. Breathe in, ninja pose. Breathe out, forward, lunge, knee on the ground. Breathe in, runner's lunge. Leaning into it. And last, breathe out for splits. Stay there for 3 breaths, use your breaks. Make little noises if you feel like it. Your mics are off. Breath. Coming out. Really having fun and very elegant way of coming out of this one. So unceremoniously, we come out of that. Okay, I'll work something out this time. My next side, I'm going to have my little cloth here, which is an impromptu, but it helps me slide my foot. So, right foot forward, left foot back, leaning perpendicular or in the same direction as the mat. Maybe concentrate, maybe let's find this moment to like home in. If we're over, the exercise is a bit too much. Time to just regroup, back, find your balance, find your breath. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, open to the side. Lean back. Breathe out. Beginning is where we change to ninja pose. Really deep into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lunge forward into the ground. We go to runner's lunge. Really deep into it. And breathe out. I find my cloth and I guide it forward with my splits. And just enjoy that lovely stretch. 3. Deeper. And 1 coming out. On our knees and just have a little rest on our heels. Find your breath, find your center. Okay, so these things are going to go going up a little bit more regularly now. Somebody asked me if I could make them put them all up, so I'll try at least every other one. I'll try and tidy up. Okay, so next, I started by saying that I've been doing a little bit of Ashtanga, just for my own practice, and this next sequence is based on that. It's one of the simple parts of Ashtanga. Sequence 1. So we're going to go, it's the triangle pose and derivations of it. So from left foot forward, right foot back. I'm going to lean, we're going to go triangle pose, so both legs straight. Remember, when I say straight, I don't mean hyperextended either. Yeah. This is not good, we need to be straight. And then bringing the strength, the straightening comes from bringing my kneecaps up. Yeah, I say this many times for those who are new. Make sure you're not hyperextended. So from there, we open the arms out, chest out, forward, chest up, coming in, and then from there, you just bend. Keeping the chest facing the side, not down. I'm going to go to triangle pose, and here again, I didn't remember to take the brick to the side, which I used to psychological pose here. So now the secret of this pose is very simple, is to have your arm up high enough that you're not collapsing forward. It doesn't matter where your arm is. If you look at it directly from the camera, you can to have this plane here. You're doing this, and just bring the arm further up until you can do this. So, pose. And then we come back up. And then I'm going to be where I was before, because I'm going to change sides. The other side. And do exactly the same. Arms out. Legs are straight but not hyperextended. Clap them on the right here. Well, not ready to hold, I'm not putting weight. More of a psychological prop there. So this is triangle pose. I try and pull your arms away from each other and your legs also. We're kind of telescoping out from the center. 3, 2, I have one brick on each side, so I'm not playing from side to side. Go to the other side, and now we're going to do reverse triangle. So from here, instead of the left hand down, I'm going to wheel cart our arms so that my left hand is going to, my right hand is going to my left foot. Again, I'm going to use a grip there. I'm facing the camera, it would look something like this. So this reverse. far back, other direction. So again, I'm going to the right foot, but with my left hand. We'll count the whole arms and reverse down the pose. One, we'll cut back to the middle, and let's take a little break there. Well done. Yes, I can see lots of cameras, seems great. So, on that same sequence from Ashtanga, we have the forward lunges, yeah, which have two variations as well. Once again, left foot forward, and this time I'm going to bend the left knee, straighten the right knee, take the right hand. The first time I'm going to do it on the outside of the foot, and for this I'm definitely going to need a brick so that I can actually open my chest, take my arm forward as I lean right into it. So my right hand is over my right ear. I'm stretching, 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 and then I come back up. Swap to the other side. So now I'm going to bend the knee, put my hand on the outside of the foot, and lean on the other side. Coming back up. Same, but now on the inside of my foot, which means I should be able to open my chest further. I'm going to lean, bend the left foot, hand on the inside of the foot, and now I'm going to open my chest even further. And then we see that we're preparing here for a bind. It will be the third series. So open, leaning right into it, and now I've got my whole palm of my hand on the block, open to the side. 3, 2, a bit further open. 1, lifting up again. Going to the other side. Bending the knee, leaning into it. On the inside of the foot, preparing for that bind that comes later. And now that my arm is up, just open. Hands right on the floor on the brick. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back out. Hands on hips. Feet together. Nice stretches, aren't they? That's just like, wow. Body's saying, what? It's good. Okay, now the third variation would be the bind. For the bind, I recommend a binding item like a belt, or a towel, or a bathrobe belt, or anything that acts as a belt. Let's take a little breather here, and centering. In your body. And we go into, okay, so this is a bind, yeah, it's the same as we're doing, but whole, tying our hands together. If you find it very difficult, that's fine. Let's take the previous version. What was something for everyone? So, same as before, left knee down. I'm going to take my right hand on my left hand on the inside foot there, that we did before, but this time I'm going to try and get the shoulder. I'm going to show you this best. And get the shoulder right inside my thigh there. Take the hand behind, and then with the right hand, I'm going to take it up above me with the rope and hold on to the rope. And then once I've got the bind, which could be your hands or the bar or the belt, and then you open the chest to the side. It's a lovely feeling to actually pull against both hands. And as a final challenge, you can try and straighten the left leg, counting to just 3, 2, and 1. Release the leg, release the arms, hands on hips, and we come up very carefully. Good, great. I see lots of really nice bars on the screen. So the other side, right foot is bending. My belt is on my left hand. I'm going to put my hand on the inside of my right foot and then try and lean right into to get my shoulder right under my thigh. Lift the left hand with the belt, take it behind, grab the belt, and then just open to the side. Really pulling on both hands. That's the purpose of the bike. Pulling both hands, you're opening chest. That's the final challenge by straightening the right leg a little further. 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, release the legs, and coming back. Well done. Wow. Right, I'm checking to see what we can do. We've got a lot of things lined up, but sometimes we have to cut some short. So let's go straight to balance pose now. Balance pose and peak pose. Yes, we go on the side, hands on the hip, left knee up. Here again, you can use your belt if you want to. Maybe have it ready to catch the left foot. So left knee up. Grabbing the toes, with the belt, with the hands, the foot, I mean, and then just straightening it. Now here the key, why I use the belt or hold my feet, because that allows me to have my spine straighter, my chest more open, my hip tilted. So using the belt allows me for a more correct alignment. And then from there, just open the foot. I've got a wall, so I'm going to actually turn and open that to the side. 3, 2, 1, to the center, to the front, and release. Okay, so sometimes we might think, oh yeah, I can do it with my hand, but then the whole body's over the limit and start having misalignments. Sometimes it's better to use the prop, right knee up, right foot, stretch, and check your alignment of the hips, shoulder, spine, chest, neck. To the side. Center. Great. So from there, we're going to go to forward warrior 3 and half moon. Yeah. So let's have the break for the half moon ready. So I'm going to get my right leg. So left. So the right leg is the strong one that's going to be holding all the weight. Bring that kneecap up. Take the left foot forward, hands on hips, and then tilt. You're on a warrior 3. Just a stick pose. Once again, check your alignment. Your leg is strong but not hyperextended. Hips are facing down. Left foot is hopefully the same height as the hips. Maybe release the hands to the side. And then there, gently grab the floor or the brick and open the hips to a half moon. put my brick on the highest pose so I can have the best alignment for the rest of my body. Open the chest, open the hips, move the legs away from each other, 2, and release gently into the center of the body. Second side, left leg is solid, right knees up. We're going to, what we're going to do here, take leg back, warrior 3, big pose, again check the leg, check the back leg, check the hips, check the chest, arms out. Oh, catch the brick. Left hand, open the hips, open the chest to the side. And we're now in my blocks in the highest pose, as I say, because this allows me to align. At this stage of my development, this stage of my evolution, this is my best pose, my best alignment. 3, pull the chest out, hips forward, and relax into the center of the body. And we're done for that one. Great. And we're going to do one final balance pose, which again was in that standard class, which is all the weight on one foot. And you will notice how much work is going on all around here when we do that. So it's standing splits. So we're starting again with the right foot is solid, left leg is out, a bit behind. And we're just going to keep on tipping until I'm actually touching the floor or the brick or whatever you have in front of you. Okay? Now this, technically is a half split. The other leg should be facing the ceiling, but it isn't, and that's what it is. But the important thing is that if you can let go of one hand and just put it on your heel, your lower foot, your ankle, and then the other one, you see how much work is happening on the right foot. Hold your weight. Pull it gently further your chest into your thigh. 3, 2, and 1. Hands down and foot down. And coming up again. So that's really good for the whole foot and all this musculature. Also for flat feet, because you're having to put so much work, the whole foot is really benefiting. So the other side, weight on the left leg. And we'll start tilting my right leg up, further and further and further and further up, until I'm either touching the floor with the brick. And then once I've got my balance, put one hand on the ankle, possibly the second hand, and then start gently pulling towards that knee. Need to pre-balance, that's fine. 3, 2, and 1. Hands on the floor. Come back to the middle. And we're done. Okay, so knees on the ground. Let's go down on the ground and start a wind down towards the end of the class. Yeah, so that's your peak pose. So post peak pose, we will do some abs. So come to your seated position. Maybe I'll move the camera a little bit down now that I'm going to be on the ground for the rest of the class. So, feet on the ground. Maybe try and have your spine straight and your shoulders open. Because I know we finish up like this, but we might as well try and start like this, yeah? Hands behind the thigh, the knees. Weight onto the sits bones. Again, trying to have your shoulders back, your back straight. Right, this is the beginning of boat pose, and which is just core, yeah? Hands out. And then from there, we'll start on the challenges. If you can, if you want to, take your feet up. Protecting the toes. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we lower without all the way down. And we raise. Lower. And raise. Lower the legs and lower the torso. Times and raise and feet down. Okay, this is a very one directional core. We're going to do that one more time, then we'll lie on the back and do the top part. Yeah, this is mainly the lower core. Once again, weight on sit bones, hands out and feet out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower 3 times. And up, down, up, down, up. Hold and release. Okay, this is lower core. Somebody's wrapping the course, which is good. Now for the second one, look before you lie down. I'm going to lie down, bring my knees up, and then I'm going to do crunches from the top part of my abs, which is right elbow, knee, left elbow, right knee. And that takes quite a bit, so I won't be able to speak very much. So let's do it for like 7 counts at least, yeah. So right elbow, left knee. Breathe in, other side, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You can also scissor your legs as somebody's doing the screen. That helps. Left, right, left, right. 3 more times. Left, right, left, right, left, and right. And there. I am done. Do a few more if you want to. So maybe lean forward now, down to all that. And now a nice pose to counter that is fish pose, which will open the whole chest. Yeah, fish pose. Watch before you do it, I guess, so you're not lying down and watch it. So I'm going to lie on my back, put my hands under my coccyx. And then from there, using the elbows, I'm going to raise my chest. Try to put the crown of my head on the ground. Really nice counter to what we just done. So everybody lie down, hands on your coccyx. Straight, using your elbows to push up. And you take your chest forward like a fish, I guess. And looking behind you. Bringing the chin to chest, we come back down and relax. Take the hands out, relax all your body. I'm going to do one more time. Because the second time is always you've already gone through the unknowns and then finding your muscles where they go. So the second time we can go into it more relaxed and deeper. Relax for 2 more breaths. Hands under the coccyx, elbows towards each other, straighten the legs, and now you should be able to find the easy. Take the chest forward, just relax your back, head back. chest and relax the whole body. Lie down. Sitting up. Done. And now the last few minutes, just a little bit of hip work. Well, hip work, opening the hips. This is fire log pose, which actually I like a lot, but I guess some people don't. But this is to open, although it looks as if we're doing a lot of work on the knees, it's actually the hips that are opening, yeah? But you've got to be very careful. If you've got bad knees, then just do this. Yeah? You lie on your back, you do a figure of 4, and you just grab your foot here, one side and the other, which will open your hips, but don't put so much stress on the knees. If your knees are okay, I'm gonna put the left leg, or lower leg in front of us, parallel. And then the idea here is to put the heel on the knee, but sometimes the right heel on the left knee, but sometimes that's just not possible. So there's 3 options. One is to just put it in front of you, which is just like an easy pose. Or if you can go a little bit further, you can put a brick or a blanket or something and put the heel there. So you're already lifting this heel up, and then we're going to lean forward. We can go the full way, which until recently I couldn't attempt. So there is, development or evolution, as I said before. So this looks awkward, but it's already working. Yeah, it's already easing itself into it, and I'm already opening my hips. So this is how I'm going to do it. But there are 3 more options that you could do. Yeah, because this is very heavy on the knees. I'm fortunate that I haven't had any operations on knees, or I didn't play football when I was little. So I have good knees. So once you're in this pose, or the one before, then just check that your hips are on the ground. Yeah, you can actually sit on your hips. And then I feel a very deep opening in my right hip, which is the idea. And then I'm going to lean forward and breathe out. Then relax and breathe out and lean forward. 2 more breaths. Gently coming back up from whichever position you were in. Bring your feet forward and relax them or shake them a little bit. And then remember, you could be lying on your back doing a figure of 4, or you could have your right foot in front of you, right lower leg in front of you. You could have your other leg just in front. No, I'm actually getting the wrong side. The right leg is in front, the left lower leg is on the other side. You can have a brick, floor, or bring it up to the knee. This one is tighter for me, I can notice it, but still very deep stretch of the hip. My hip bones are both on the ground, which at least I'm not overdoing it. And then I'm going to lean a little bit forward as I stretch. Time. Breathe out and just relax, let the body relax into it without hurting your knees. And coming back up. Gently use your hands to release the position. Put your feet forward. So this is a good time to do these kind of extreme poses because the body should be quite warm. Everything is malleable. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing this at the beginning. Okay, my dears, it's now o'clock. So it's the end. I've overstepped a little bit. So as usual here, you can move on to the rest of your day. I appreciate you being here. Or you can stay, but if you can stay, I want you to understand that we stay for a purpose. Some people start walking around the camera. So if we stay because we're going to do 5 minutes of relaxation. On our backs or sitting in asana, we're just going to let the body really process all this work. But even if you're not staying, you can switch your cameras off, your meeting off. But I would recommend you lie down for 5 minutes or 3 minutes and let the body really sink into all this. You know, when we do all this stretching and pulling and tugging, all the energy channels that are clogged normally with either, you know, either bad food or bad emotions or bad feelings, they get liberated. So we should have a nice flowy body. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to close the door now. So this is just a guided practice to aid you to go deeper into yourselves. It's just by following somebody's voice, could be anyone, tape or anything. Yeah, your mind gets tricked into just following instructions, and we can go deeper into this relaxation. So it's a simple set of instructions, just taking you to each part of the body, like now. Well, let's start by just really lying on our backs or sitting up, whatever we're doing. Closing our eyes or just focusing them in front of us. I'm going to do a quick scan of the body to relax the major muscle groups, or the muscle groups that tend to be most tight. So let's just check the hips, the shoulders, check the neck. Hands. Just a very quick scan of these parts are relaxed and heavy against the ground. And then from there we go to our breathing, find center, our attention in one action, one item, which is breathing. Feel your chest going up and down. Just find what's a good anchor to hold on to with your attention. Then we're going to start moving that attention, and we start with the back of the head. Scalp all the way up to the forehead. Just feel your hair area, your scalp. Maybe remember those times you've had a big surprise or a big shock, and the whole scalp sort of raises up. There is some feeling in that area, although it's rarely felt. Forward to the forehead, relaxing the forehead just above the eyebrows as well. The point between the eyebrows, which is meant to be energetic and very powerful. You can see if you can feel any tingling or anything at all. The point, the third eye is called the point between the eyebrows. Down to the eyes, around the outside and the eye sockets. Down to the cheeks, nose. Maybe inside the nose, if anybody's had a COVID test, just try and feel where that body has gone up to. Just feel the inside of your nose, right up to near the area of the eye. Then moving down to the mouth, feel the lips, teeth, and the tongue. The back of the throat. And then we move back out to the chin, mandible. And then taking the chin bone all the way back to the ears. Try and feel if you can feel whether these bone joints, the skull, that's around the ear area. While we move our mouth, sometimes in the planes to loosen the pressure. Mandible, inner ear. Outer ear. Just now expand our awareness to our whole face. Smile and feel the energy flow from that smile all through the body. It's the power of smiling. Maybe let's remember that on Monday when we're in the lift or in the street or in the queue. So from that smiling face with the whole head and the neck. The shoulders, feel your shoulders. Going all the way down both arms, relaxing the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists and hands. Back to the shoulders, from the shoulders down, the whole torso, rib cage, lungs, sides of the torso, abdomen, upper back, middle back, lower back. All the time relaxing, feeling the weightiness against the ground. Nice and loose, it should be nice and light, it should be nice and stretch out all that. Feel those light lips, light hips. And finally we move down the legs, the upper legs, the big quads that we used in the chair pose. Lower legs, ankles and knees. Now put it all together, focusing on the whole legs, both legs, expanding to the hips. Expanding to the abdomen, expanding to the shoulders, expanding to the arms, finally expanding to the neck and the head. Now sense a whole self, a whole body, to the exclusion of everything else. At this point, I invite you to just simply explore, going deeper into yourself, maybe let go of the body too and see what goes beyond. Spend 3 minutes exploring inside and out of the mind. Takes you away, just simply come back, helping with breathing the body a bit. slowly coming back to the body, coming back to the arms, little stretches, becoming aware of our surroundings more and more. Stretch. And yeah, prepare for the rest of the Sunday. It should be a good start. So we're going to have a coffee now. That'll be the beginning of my second part of the Sunday. So thanks a lot for joining me, for sharing your time with me. And next week is 13/20. I think next week I'm off with the family for a 10-day trip. We're off to Costa Rica. So hopefully we'll enjoy it. It's our first big holiday since the COVID thing. So I might be off for a week, maybe two, I'll let you know, but I will talk to the other consuls, see if somebody can fit something at this time, then at least you can continue your rhythm. And also there are those videos in YouTube. I mean, I know they're not very nicely presented, but it's there. It's exactly what we've done in the past. So I'll can just grab one of those. Once again, thank you for joining, and we will see you in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks time. Yeah, you take care. Namaste. I'll find my mouse now.